Good morning, YouTube. Sean the Average Angler, and we are back in the office. It is Wednesday, the 17th of January. And here, like across most of the country, we've had a little bit of uncomfortable weather. Now, my uncomfortable is a little different than some people's. I'm not making light of that situation. But anyway, today is I'm doing it again, being prepared for the elements. As many of you know who watch the Shasta Report, I wasn't prepared. So I did a thing, and being prepared won't be an issue again. So 3 pairs of gloves. Let's say they are, each one's a little bit different. Kind of cover a realm of different situations. Now, the first pair are these Sims lightweight wool flex glove is the model. I have a tough time with gloves, as you see people double XL. I have big hands. These all fit me. Each one of these fits me. They fit good. I can get them off. The Sims wool. These are wool, but they're really they're thin. And 90% of the time here, these will probably be great. Wool, even when it's raining, still will tend to keep your hands warm. All right, these are pretty comfortable. They got a leather palm. For those of you that haven't fished with something like that, it tends to be actually when it gets wet, it gets grippier. For me, that's true as long as I can feel my hands. If I lose it like I did last time, all that nonsense is out the window because it just doesn't work. So my overall thoughts on these, and granted I haven't used them, people, as you see, the tags are still on them. Very comfortable, lightweight, don't mess with the hands too much. These were, I want to say these were $69, okay? And the last pair I'm going to show you, these here, they were the least expensive. Now, why did I get another pair? Well, because different elements, and I'm trying to, my hands get really, really bad when they get cold. So I'm trying to be prepared, trying to make myself as comfortable as possible. So these are a mitten over the hand, right? Flips back. This is a wind stopper fold over mitt. These were $10 more than the wool ones. They're still fairly lightweight. These have the wind stopper technology. They're also say Gore-Tex. So the mitt, and I've always loved the mitts. I had a wool pair, that's what I was using at Shasta, but the Velcro wouldn't hold the mitt back anymore. And this is kind of an interesting system here. So the thumb, there's an Elastec deal there, right? And that holds that back. On this, it actually tucks back into itself. Like so. So I think the advantage of that might be it may offer a little bit of warmth there. But the other thing you could do with this, honestly, is put a hot hands pack in there. And then there's 2 here, two straps here. I'm assuming that's to help pull the glove off. I don't see any other practical use for them. Maybe to hang some hooks on. I kind of wish this had a strap around the wrist to tuck this under. I'd love to just use that pocket for hot hands. But it works and keeps it out of the way. Now that's the problem I had with my wool pair. The Velcro latch that held it back had lost its stickiness, and I couldn't, it kept flapping, getting caught in my reel, and I ended up having to take the gloves off, and the rest is history. There went my hands. Not to make it sound like my hands were doing real great prior to that, but it quickly went downhill. And this would probably be easier if I had cut these off the hangers. But these are pretty nice. And it'll be interesting using these to see if I go with these over these. But again, it's Sims. They're nice built. I believe most of their stuff says water resistant. Nobody wants to claim that they're waterproof. Gore-Tex Windstopper Stretch Fleece offers warmth, water resistance, and protection from the wind. And the wind is really what I wanted, which is why I got these, because if you can cut the wind from getting to your hands, you're going to be a lot warmer. Okay, so 69 and 79 bucks. The first pair was 69, the second pair was 79. Hopefully my wife isn't watching this. This pair I got from Amazon. I don't know how to say the name. Palmyth. And these are ice fishing glove. Something camera. I don't know. Anyway, they look pretty well built. They have their own little unique system for fastening the mitt back, which is pretty cool. It's magnet. So these have a pocket right here that I would assume is for like a hot hands maybe. Otherwise, I don't know what it's there for. It looks like the right size, except that you have to put it in through a hole about the size of a 50-cent piece. These also have Thinsulate inside, also water resistant. These are actually pretty comfortable. The thumb also, you can see the magnet there, holds that back. I mean, these are comfortable. And I can see these being nice and warm. With the big cuff back here, assuming I can get my jacket over it to create a seal, I think we're good. But this is supposed to be, so again, water resistant, but these are supposed to do pretty good in the wind also. The palm has this kind of sticky grippy material. Sticky grippy, I like that. They got the reflector. I don't really know why, but whatever. Yeah, these are pretty comfortable. I think depending on how they hold up, but my initial thought is that these might do the job just as well as any of the others for about $30 less. I guess my concern, and this might be unfounded, but they are Chinese. They're 3M Insulate. Is just going to be the quality over time. The reviews on them were pretty darn good. I'm happy with them. I would have killed for a pair of these that day on Shasta. I think that would have made a difference. Now, the hot hands pockets, if that's what it is, I don't know. I've never really needed that. I can slip the hot hands inside of the glove and it's going to stay in position. Or at least, over the top of my hand up here, it might slide around a little bit, but it's not going anywhere. All three gloves are nice. It's nice to have multiple choices to choose from on different days, perhaps. I really like the thin wool glove as a practical, everyday type glove. And wool, like I said, is good even when they're wet. They'll keep you warm, but that's only going to be to a point. I like the idea of trying to keep my hands warm and dry. And I just think these other two gloves will do a better job of that. My initial thought between these, the Sim stuff looks a little better constructed. But depending on how these hold up, I don't know if the price difference was worth it. I kind of like the magnet thing on this one. I just think it's more efficient. It's faster when moving. When I want to flip the mitten back over, this one, when you're putting it in, you got to kind of tuck it in. The thumb, you got to get it under the keeper there. I don't regret either purchase. But I'm really kind of curious about these because if they're as good as what I think and they hold up, that's the key, right? If they hold up, then I think this would be the better buy in my mind. They were, I don't want to say more comfortable, they were easier to get off. And these are all new, so I'm sure they may stretch a little bit with my hand and maybe they become easier, but I do like the magnet right now. I may change my mind on that later, who knows, from it rubbing, maybe it wears a hole in it, I don't know, but if they last a season or two, then I think it's $40 well spent. I like the grip. I don't think it's a difference maker, quite honestly. I've been concerned about gripping the rod in the past with gloves and never had a problem. They know what they're doing. They know what they're putting in. They know what works. Yeah. So hopefully when I hit Orville in a couple of weeks for my tournament, my hands aren't cold. All right, folks, hope this helps you out some. Keep your hands warm. Get you a good pair of gloves. Make sure you have backups. That's part of the reason I bought 3 is because it's kind of like having more money than you need when you retire, right? Who's ever complained about having too much? And I'm going to say the same thing about gloves. When your hands are cold, who's ever complained about having an extra pair of gloves, right? All right, thanks for watching The Average Angler. Please like and subscribe. Fish on, we'll see you soon.